The 36 state governors of the Federation have unilaterally demanded the immediate withdrawal of the National Tax Reforms Bill, delivering a significant strategic blow to the comprehensive efforts undertaken by the Taiwo Oyedele-led Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee. The governor speaking during the National Economic Council, Nigeria's highest economic advisory body, meeting on Thursday, asked President Bola Tinubu to withdraw the reforms bill from the National Assembly for more comprehensive consultations. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde announced this as part of resolutions reached at the Council's 144th meeting chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the State House, Abuja. Makinde told journalists that council members agreed that it was necessary to allow for consensus building and understanding of the bills among Nigerians. The meeting, which included a presentation by Oyedele, ultimately failed to persuade the governors regarding Tinubu's plan to overhaul the taxation system aimed at achieving effective economic growth and increasing the tax to gross domestic product ratio. Today, Thursday, NEC took a presentation from the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms. The primary focus is fair taxation, responsible borrowing, and sustainable spending, Makinde stated. After extensive deliberation, NEC noted the need for the sufficient alignment between and amongst the stakeholders for proposed reforms. So, Council therefore recommended the need to withdraw the bill currently before the National Assembly on tax reforms so that we can have wider consultations and also build consensus around these reforms for the benefit of the entire country, and also give people for them to know the vision and where we are moving the country in terms of tax reforms, because there is a lot of miscommunications as well as misinformation. Council advised that the bill be withdrawn from the National Assembly and then there will be consultations afterwards. President Bola Tinubu and the Federal Executive Council recently sponsored a bill to restructure and streamline tax processes, establish a unified revenue service, and simplify financial obligations for businesses and citizens. The reforms stemmed from a month-long review of existing tax laws by the Oyedele-led committee inaugurated in August 2023. The committee's recommendations were harmonized into 4 executive bills. They include the Nigerian Tax Bill, which aimed to eliminate unintended multiple taxation and make Nigeria's economy more competitive by simplifying tax obligations for businesses and individuals nationwide. Secondly, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill proposes new rules governing the administration of all taxes in the country. Its objectives is to harmonize tax administrative processes across federal, state, and local jurisdictions to ease taxpayers' compliance in all parts of the country. Thirdly, the Nigerian Revenue Service established Bill 6 to rename the Federal Inland Revenue Service as the Nigerian Revenue Service to better reflect the mandate of the service as a revenue agency for the entire federation, not just for the federal government. Fourthly, the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill proposes the creation of a Joint Revenue Board to replace the Joint Tax Board covering federal and all states' tax authorities. The fourth bill also suggests establishing the Office of Tax Ombudsman under the Joint Revenue Board, serving as a complaint resolution body for taxpayers. However, the Council called for a second look. Its decision came 3 days after the Northern governors kicked against the reforms bill. At its last meeting on October 28th, the Northern Governors Reform, consisting of 19 governors from the region, rejected the new derivation-based model for value-added tax distribution in the new tax reform bills before the National Assembly. A communique read by the chairman of the forum, Governor Mohammed Yahya of Gombe State, said the proposition negates the interests of the North and other subnationals. The forum said the bill portends massive job losses and more economic turmoil for the region. However, the presidency said, contrary to job loss fears and perceived marginalization of the North, Tinubu's tax reform would benefit all states and harmonize the country's tax laws for greater efficiency. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, argued this in a statement titled Explainer Proposed Tax Reform Bills Not Against the North. They will benefit all states on Thursday. Onanuga said the proposed laws would not increase the number of taxes currently in operation. Instead, they were designed to optimize and simplify existing tax frameworks, he said. It's instructive to note that these proposed laws will not increase the number of taxes currently in operation. Instead, they are designed to optimize and simplify existing tax frameworks. The tax rates or percentages will remain the same under these reforms as they focus on ensuring a more equitable distribution of tax obligations without adding to the burden on Nigerians. The reforms will not lead to job losses. On the contrary, they are structured to stimulate new avenues for job creation by supporting a dynamic, growth oriented economy. Importantly, these laws will not absorb or eliminate the duties of any existing department, agencies, or ministry. Instead, they aim to harmonize revenue collection and administration across the Federation to ensure efficiency and cooperation. The presidency reasoned that Nigeria's current tax administration lacked coordination among federal, state, and local tax authorities, often leading to overlapping responsibilities, confusions, and inefficiency. Without reform, these inefficiencies will persist, Onanuga said. He argued that the proposed laws aim to coordinate efforts between different tiers of government, resulting in better tax resource management and greater clarity for taxpayers. Under existing laws, taxes like company income tax, personal income tax, capital gains tax, petroleum profit tax, tertiary education tax, value added tax, and other taxing provisions in the numerous laws are administered separately with individual legislative frameworks. However, the proposed frameworks seek to consolidate these multiple taxes, integrating CIT, PIT, CGT, VAT, PPT, and excise duty into a unified structure to reduce administrative fragmentations, the statement read. On the proposed derivation-based VAT distribution model, which the northern governors oppose, the presidency argued that the new proposal is designed to create a fairer system. Amidst the controversy trailing the tax reform bill, which was forwarded to the National Assembly by President Tinubu, both the Senate and the House of Representatives on Thursday unexpectedly adjourned plenary to November 19th.